Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Breakfast with Bob from CLASH Daytona. My name is Bob Babbitt, and we're brought to you by Toyota, Captiva Spine, Foundation Risk Partners, and USA Triathlon. My next guest, and we have never met before, India Lee joins us from the UK. How are you?
I'm really good, Bob. Hi. Nice to meet you.
A pleasure to meet you. Now, have you raced? Did you race Daytona or Miami last year?
I raced Daytona last year.
And what'd you think?
It was brutal, but I love the challenge of it. It's completely different to most races on the circuit.
Yes.
And I think there's a lot of elements to it which force you to address things such as like bike position, aero stuff, which I think is a good way to test whether you're improving those kind of things.
Well, it's actually a good timing going into next year because you can sort of find out, okay, what's working with my position and what isn't.
Exactly.
Because you're going to be in it forever.
I'm going to be in it for a long time. Yeah. Well, hopefully not too long, but.
So what got you into triathlon? Did you have a background, swimming, running, cycling?
I had a background in running. Actually, I was in the US for 2 years for college on a athletics
where'd you go?
scholarship. Iowa State.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, pretty bleak in the winter.
I was going to say Iowa, because I grew up in Chicago area, and that whole, when there's no snow, it's just gray and dark and cold.
Yeah, exactly. And then the summer is like 40 degrees centigrade.
Yes.
It's roasting in the summer, freezing in the winter. Yeah.
Yeah. So what the heck? How'd you end up at Iowa?
It's a good question, Bob. Good question. But I enjoyed it while I was there.
Yeah,
I made some good friends.
There's nothing better than
exactly
because it's so insulated, right?
Yeah.
It's just a campus, and everything is cool and fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had a great time. That was my background, and then.
And what was your specialty? What'd you run?
I ran like 5K cross country. That kind of
nice.
thing.
Okay.
We had a pretty good team, so that was fun to be on.
Right.
And then I got back to the UK after that, and it was my intention to go into like real world, get a job.
Right?
Yeah.
That's sort of why you go to college.
Yeah, and then I signed up to do a triathlon as quite a famous one in the UK, Blenheim Palace Triathlon.
Okay.
And I found myself probably overcommitting to the training for that, and then I did quite well, and then I did one 2 weeks after, and then I did another 2 weeks after that, and then I've just continued doing triathlon.
Forever.
Yeah.
And you're
I
sort
never
of
got the job.
And what was it? What did you want to get your job in?
It would have been anything, but it probably would have been like a pretty corporate kind of deal. And now I'm traveling around the world doing triathlon. Yeah.
Now, what's the family think of this?
They love it.
They do.
Yeah. I've got the most supportive family.
Because a lot of times you come out of college, they're like, okay, you got your degree, go get your job, and you're like, I think I'm going to travel, ride my bike.
Yeah, they're on board with it.
They're totally on board.
Totally on board, yeah.
I love it. And so when I'm looking at so you debuted 70.3, was that 2018 at Weymouth, and you win?
Yeah.
So you're going, this is an easy sport.
Yeah, I think it was probably a bit of beginner's luck.
Well, but you defended.
Defend
your title in 19.
Yeah, I just really loved it. I think I was doing Olympic distance before that.
Yes.
Which is in the UK is pretty challenging to get any starts anywhere. In 2018 I was a bit unlucky with some illness, and so then you get like bumped down the order of the rankings, and then you can't get a start. And so I thought I'm going to go do something that I'm in control of.
Well, see, that's the hard part with that whole WTS racing is you really the cycling part is you ride with a group, and that group it's dependent on where you come out of the water.
Exactly.
And you don't control your own destiny to a certain degree.
No, and I didn't really. I struggled. I'd say I struggled on the swim for that, and so.
Well, you've got to be a front pack swimmer.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, it's all over. Done. Yeah, and so I was a bit hit and miss on getting in the front pack.
Yes.
And so it wasn't really that much of an enjoyable experience.
Yes.
So I thought I'll do something that I can control.
And so when you jumped in that 70.3, you must have been like, oh my God, this is what triathlon's supposed to be.
Yeah, I thought, oh God, I can swim compared to these guys.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Right, because with WTS, you guys like, I thought I was a good swimmer. What the hell happened?
Yeah.
And then you jump back in with 70.3, you're like, oh,
I was like,
I am a good swimmer.
Yeah, this is cool, yeah.
This is where I should be.
Exactly, yeah.
And this is a great era when I look at all the 2018, 17 was all the WTS stuff.
Yeah.
And I like how in WTS I'm looking 19th, 26th, 17th, 16th.
Yeah.
And then 2019, when you go to the other triathlon, where you control your own destiny, it's first, sixth, first, third.
Yeah,
All the
yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So
It's not a tough decision.
it's not a tough decision, no.
What is your favorite race?
That's a tricky one. I really enjoy Nice.
Oh, the
Just
best.
because the bike course is absolutely amazing.
So you like a challenging bike course?
Yeah, I do like a challenging bike course, which is why I'm in Daytona. And
Give me
it's flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's challenging in a different way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you
yeah.
sort of need, it's a
Yeah.
little bit of the truth light. You sort of
Yeah.
need to know where you're at.
Yeah, exactly.
Against the other time trial folks.
Yeah, quite. Yeah. I guess I like a course that you've got to think about a little bit. And even
Yeah.
though Daytona's flat and you'd think, oh, it's
You have
just,
to
you're just
think.
riding around in a loop, like you have got to think about it.
Yes, you do. Yeah. And you have a lot of time to do it.
You got a lot of time to do it.
What did it feel like? Was it different last year getting off the bike and running than it was at other 70.3-ish races?
Yeah, I thought I'd prepared well for it with spending a lot of time like riding indoors on my turbo, like head down. And then I got off the bike to start running and I was like, oh man, this is
Someone didn't, as
something
Chrissy
different.
Wellington used to say, someone didn't put my running legs in my transition bag.
No, exactly. Like I'm running around, I'm thinking any moment now it's going to kick in, I'm going to be fine.
I would do it.
It never kicked in. No.
So, but you know what's nice is when you get 18th, you're
Yeah.
going, oh, I could do better than that.
I know I could do better than that.
Yeah,
I was pretty disappointed with that.
yeah.
So.
And so what has your training been like leading into this?
It's been pretty good actually. So about halfway through the year, I switched coaches.
Okay.
So I was in a British Triathlon Performance Centre.
Right.
And I moved out of that at the end of the summer. So I've got a new coach in Bex Mills. And so I've been doing some slightly different things that I was doing last year. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Just a whole different structure.
Isn't it funny how a new coach can... I
Yeah.
mean, it's not like there's anything wrong with the other coaching.
Oh,
It's-
absolutely nothing. No.
Yeah,
it's just something a bit fresh.
It's new.
Yeah, it's just something new, something different, and I think I'm thriving off it. And I guess I'll find out on Saturday.
It's funny to me because I think what happens is you get a coach they're excited because they sort of
Yeah.
recognize something in you
Yeah.
that you don't recognize in you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Right? They
yeah.
see something that
Yeah.
you haven't seen, and then when you start doing the training, you go, "Oh,
Yeah.
they're right."
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. Yeah, and that gives you so much confidence
Yeah.
going into races, which
That's
is
so fun.
really refreshing.
What do you look at as your best race? The race that you feel like, okay,
Oh,
I either learned a lot about myself this day, or I just had the performance of my life.
I think I don't think I've had it yet.
That's good. Yeah.
I don't think I've had it yet. I think the last 3 races I've done this year, I've had a much better run performance than I have been, just because I've figured some things out with nutrition
Right.
and that side of racing. So that's taught me a lot.
Yes.
And made me realize how wrong I was getting it before.
So you are someone who picks pretty cool places to race. When I look at this year, Mallorca,
Yeah.
Lanzarote, Nice. Now, Lanzarote is beautiful, but
Yeah.
as both of you and I chatted about,
Yeah.
there's one road, and the wind's always in your face. And even
Yeah.
when you're climbing, there's wind in your face.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
There's wind everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
And to be honest, it's not really my kind of place.
Really hot.
It's really hot. It's pretty like desolate.
Desolate. It
There's
almost looks like
nothing to
Kona.
look at.
Yeah.
There's there's like mountains, and a lot of people rave about going there for training and stuff. But it's just the wind makes it miserable.
It's just not. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of those things when people were telling me they were training there. It would be mentally numbing to
Yeah,
me to be there.
yeah.
You want variety. You
Yeah.
want something so that's why I
Yeah.
look at Mallorca and Nice
Yeah.
and Samarin. We went
Yeah.
to Samarin for the
Yeah.
first time and love that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool there. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, but Samarin, that's a flat course.
That was a
Right.
flat course. Yeah.
Right. Oh, that actually, it looks like you were 12th there, and then you're third in these.
I was part of the group that went the wrong way.
Oh, okay.
That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you end up doing more.
Yeah, we did a little bit extra.
Well,
yeah.
you get extra credit.
Yeah, well,
when you
we
go
should
back
do.
next year, you get to start earlier.
Yeah, at least it will feel a bit shorter.
Yes, I love it. And so the rest of this, off season, right? After this, is this
Yeah.
it?
It's off season, but also this year I've really gotten into cyclocross racing.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So I've had a mini battle with my coach about letting me go and do some cyclocross races
Well,
in the
this is
lead
the
up
time,
to this. Yeah,
right?
so I got to get 2 in, and then next weekend I've got a couple of races lined up.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Just for fun, you know?
No. Is there anything more exciting than cyclocross?
Oh, it's the hardest 45 minutes of racing I've ever done.
Yeah, it's just high. And that's got to help this.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think so, yeah.
Especially, actually, it probably would have been really helpful for the Olympic format, because there's so much more in and out of the saddle and that type of thing.
It definitely tests your technical ability.
So is this in the UK?
Yeah, it's in the UK, yeah.
So this time of year is going to be cold and rainy. And
yeah. I mean, I did one like 3 weeks ago, and I went and did a course recce just before the race, and I had to wash my bike. And I literally washed my bike 3 times before the race even started.
Just warming up.
Covered in mud, yeah.
And you liked it?
Absolutely loved it, yeah.
So I used to put on a series called The Muddy Buddy.
Oh, yeah, that would be right up my street, yeah.
2 people,
I don't need to know anything more, Bob.
Yeah, 2 people, 1 mountain bike. And so you and I are partners.
Yeah.
I started on the bike and go about a mile.
Yeah.
At the mile, I have a 25-foot inflatable with a cargo net up the front and a slide down the back. You leave the bike, do the obstacle, start running. And then I run up, do the obstacle, grab the bike, and ride by you. So we leapfrog back and forth, which means I get to wear a frog outfit.
Yeah,
because
of course. Obviously.
And then the last obstacle is a mud pit.
Okay.
You wait for your buddy at the mud pit, and then you go through a mud pit together and go to beer garden.
Okay, Bob, I think we need to bring this back.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I'm on board. Yeah.
It was so fun. In the UK,
that sounds
perfect.
Great. Yeah,
finding
the UK's
something
perfect.
cold, Monday, it's,
Yeah, just
and
find any field.
6 miles, so you run 3 miles and ride 3 miles, 1 mile each at a time. You're in.
I'm in.
We'll call it the India Lee Series.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's sort it out. We'll talk after.
Exactly. So your collection at home, so you've got your road bike, you've got your tri bike, got your cyclocross bike.
Yeah, mountain bike.
You all mountain bike as well. Of course you have mountain bike.
Yeah.
Are you doing some gravel as well?
Well, I've been doing gravel just
Training.
on the road bike with chunky tires, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So bike handling must be good, because cyclocross, you've got to be a bike handler.
I think I just go for the hope approach. Like I just
go for it, and hopefully I don't fall.
Just a bit kamikaze, like I'm just going for it. Yeah, if I fall off, I fall off. Usually I don't, so that's quite good.
So when you think cyclocross and then you think this.
Yeah, it's pretty different. So I can see why Bex wasn't keen on me doing cyclocross to prep for this.
Yes,
so,
but you know what? I think tough is tough.
Yeah.
All that stuff works.
It gets your heart and lungs working just the same, doesn't it?
No, you're going to be great. So what is the goal here?
Just to, I know it sounds a bit lame to be like, I just want to enjoy it, but I had a few races last year where I really struggled on the run, and this year I feel like I figured it out. And
what have you done differently? Just more intensity, or more?
Just being able to take on carbs, just basically that's it.
Nutrition.
Basically, it's just nutrition, yeah. And the feeling you get when you're on the run and you feel good is like nothing else. That's why we do triathlon. So I just want to get onto the run and have that feeling and get to the end of it and feel like I've gotten the most out of myself. When
you're doing cyclocross, it's 45 minutes. So you don't have to think about it. You eat a little bit beforehand. That's it.
Yeah,
There's no way you could be taking fuel while you're racing. Or do you?
The first race I did, I was the only person on the start line with a bottle on my bike, and I was quickly taking it off and handing it to my dad.
That's extra weight.
I don't need this.
I don't need this. It's just going to get muddy.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to be able to take my hands off the bars without fall out.
Yeah.
India is such a treat to get to talk with you.
Thank you.
I love it. Have fun out here.
Thank you. I will. Yeah.
You know what? Sure. And I don't think there's anything wrong with maybe bumping shoulders with some people, right? That's a little cyclocross thing. Can't you do that?
Yeah. I'm not sure that's going to go down too well.
Oh, come on. Do it. Thank you, India. Pleasure.
Thank you, Bob.
India Lee has been our guest again. Breakfast with Bob, CLASH Daytona. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Hold on. We'll be right back.